It was good, man. I'm good. Feeling really good. Got a good dub.
Went into that defensive, and it's pretty clear early on that whatever you guys have prepared to do to that offense was going to work.
Yeah, we just played our style. I mean, we put some stuff on film before. I'm pretty sure they were expecting something else, but we just continue to just making a simple adjustment and do it fast. And obviously with the crowd noise was crazy. It makes you think on the fly, makes you rush stuff. And man, I feel like our plan executed well.
You get 3 sacks. They didn't get any run game going at all, but a lot of that was thanks to coverage behind you guys. How much was it went on today? A full defensive team effort.
I mean, it's going to be one of those games. I mean, sometimes the D-line, we're going to be getting to the quarterback, making rabbit throws, and then obviously the DB sometimes can make them pump fake the football, and then it gives us more time to get to the quarterback. So we just play complementary football all around, from special teams to offense to defense, all around the ball at every level, and that's the result you get when we execute at a high level.
Jonathan, earlier in the week you said it's going to be weird going up against this team, and then not only was it weird, you were fired up about it. The extra step, I think Shaq over there was saying how B-Flow is crazy, and you guys are feeding off that.
100%. Like I said, it is definitely weird, but obviously when I step between those white lines, it's straight smoke. But at the end of the day, man, I love this team. I love how we're playing. I love how we're just feeding off each other, feeding off the energy with Flo and obviously the other coaches as well. But it's a sense of us starting to believe it. I mean, the main thing that we just have to believe and understand that we can play with anybody. If we execute our game plan the same way that coaches talk about it, and we talk about it and execute and practice all week, we can get these type of results no matter who we play. But it's all a matter of just staying consistent in this league at this point. We put it on tape for 3 weeks straight now. We got to keep doing it all the way. I mean, everybody knows at this point now it's an expectation for us to execute plays and score touchdowns or stop making it an uncomfortable game for the offense on the defensive side. But we got to stay with that same mindset. And if we don't do that, obviously we'll see that. But it's on us now to continue to keep that train going.
Are you the type of guy that draws on external stuff for motivation?
Sometimes and sometimes no. Intrinsically is my biggest thing at times, just because it shouldn't have to tell anybody to get me to go. However, now if you want to start talking a little trash and do a little small stuff to try to get at me, I can play that game too. But at the same time, it's in your best interest to not. But at the same time, I'm just gonna continue to do myself at the end of the day.
John Harrison Phillips was saying that at some point he told you
Yeah.
he needed a hat trick out of you.
Yeah.
Was that in the back of your mind at all? Or how did the first hat trick you
Man, the first sack I got, I was like, okay, cool. Then the second one I got that one, I said, okay. And I come to the sideline, HB's like, hey, listen. Because he talked to me back during the week. I was like, listen, I feel like it's going to be a game for you. Him, Pete Jones, pretty much was like, this is going to be the game for you. And I didn't want to make it more than what it was because it's obviously my former team. But at the same time, I didn't want to get too high in that game. I just want to make sure, hey, look, I'm just play my game, let the plays come to me, and I'm make my numbers call, I'm going to make the play. But, yeah, he definitely did that and manifested that, and we both did. And, like I said, I owe him a little something tomorrow, too, so for sure.
Obviously, the offense is feeding off you guys, too, and they're spreading the wealth this game. When you have a front row seat to see what they're doing and just kind of complimenting what you guys do, how does it feel?
I got tired of going against them in practice. I mean, the type of offense KO and, the things that he thinks about, man, it's actually crazy because it just makes you think about other aspects of the game that you think you know everything, and then there's another aspect to where he just adds on, like, okay, I got you here in this point. So on the offensive side, man, we the way we practice, and then they're practicing against us every single day, obviously with Flo's defense and during camp and stuff, it's iron sharpening iron, honestly. And I feel like if you can manage the things that he done on our defense, has done in camp, stuff like that, I feel like they can go out and attack and play with anybody for sure. So definitely proud of them for sure. They're gonna keep it going.
JJ, you talked about CJ being your guy.
Yeah, that's my
What
dog.
was it like getting him down 3 times?
Yeah, man. It was like, now that was the weird one, but it felt good. But at the same time, he's a great player. I just made sure, look, I'm not gonna give you any room to spin out or try to do some stuff like that. But yeah, man, it had to happen. I told him it was bound to happen. But I'm just glad I was able to get on the board, man. Glad we got a dub, man, in this fashion, so we can carry this momentum on in week 4.
JG, back to that first sack. How do you feel when you see a tight end in front of you trying to block you one-on-one?
Hey, man, like I said, I'm glad I'm here in Minnesota, man, because obviously they respect me, dog. So anybody else want to do that, hey, they can try. So it don't matter who you line up in front of me, but hey, but if you line somebody up like that, it got to happen. So, yeah.
John, how did you break out the high kick?
Man, it was a little rusty, man. I had to stretch a little bit, but man, it felt good, man. It just felt good to do it, obviously, to get I think I got on the board last week, but I didn't really even know. But to actually get it, a true sack here and feel the crowd noise, man, and doing it, man, it was awesome. My whole family was here too, so it was great. It was great.
What's it like to play a defense that's this versatile, this creative, and you really don't know where guys are coming from or who it's going to be?
It's great, man, because teams have to play honest. I mean, they have to play honest and they have to play on your term. certain times you can dictate what you want to go to a certain guy or different matchups. Other times you say, hey, look, we're just going to take away your best option. We're going to make sure that you play on our side and our terms and speed things up. You're not going to sit back there and try to get it to certain guys or certain plays that you might like. But I love it, man. But it definitely unlocks a whole new, IQ of football within you, just so you understand the game even more from a perspective of where you're dictating everything on your terms. So I love playing for Florida. I love the system. And we just getting started, honestly, in my opinion.